Welcome to the Kenyon Sports Connection's presentation of the Kelly Bryan Show. It's my love, Kelly Bryan, and thank you for letting us enter your office for this special presentation where the magic happens.
Absolutely.
So you guys had a little time off between the Denison and Wittenberg matches, and your girls came out with a big 3-2 win over Wittenberg. Can you tell us what happened there and why you guys were able to come out with that win?
Well, we just kept working and battling hard enough. We did have a bye last weekend, and actually it was really nice. We had an inter-squad scrimmage. It was family weekend, had a nice cookout, and it was nice because there was no stress involved. It actually came in pretty handy, but we were really competitive within that. And so despite not having a game, we really tried to keep ourselves on track, and the girls did a great job of that. And then the game last night, you know, we just keep saying all along that we believe when pieces started coming back together that we would have opportunities to find those wins that we were narrowly missing. And so to be on the other side of it and find that 1-goal win obviously is really special, and we were all extremely excited. I didn't sleep very well last night just because I was so excited. That's a good problem though. And you know, there was so many key performances by a lot of people, and it was just a team effort. I mean, it can be stressful, but it's okay when it turns out in that manner.
So it was a double overtime match, and I'm sure that caused some heart palpitations there.
Yes.
But in the overtime, you guys outshot the Tigers 6-2. How did you make that switch and become more dominant offensively?
Well, you know what, that is probably one of the most amazing things about that game yesterday is that we were down early in the second half or midway through, came back, ended up taking the lead, and then with 3 minutes to go, you know, give up. It was a great goal. I mean, she hit a missile, and Alyssa really didn't even see it till the last second and almost got her hands on it. But to be able to shake that off and to come out and outplay them in the overtime, that's a big deal. And you know, you never want to have to put yourself in those situations, but to know that you can do it no matter what, that's very important. So I'm very proud of them for doing that. And you know, some of it was a mentality, some of it was just stubbornness. I don't know. There's a whole lot of different things you could reach for at this point, but we just had some feeling that we were going to be able to put it together. And particularly going into that second overtime, there was just something, we had a quick discussion about something we needed to try to do, and I don't know, you know, it just happened. And so it's just really important for all of them to find it no matter how it happens. And of course it's exciting when you get to actually celebrate on the field when the goal is scored. That's the only nice thing about a win in overtime, is that you get to celebrate right then. So we made it exciting.
And you mentioned Alyssa Pool in the pipes, in between the pipes, excuse me. Can you talk about her impact in the game?
Sure, Alyssa, you know, we're very fortunate to have 2 outstanding goalkeepers. We've actually got 4, and they all fight really hard during all of our training sessions. But to know that Alyssa's had some experience and can step in, and, you know, we miss Lauren, no mistake about it, her leadership, she's a captain, and what she does for us, but she had an academic commitment that she had to honor. And to know that Alyssa could step in and do a great job is really comforting for everyone. And she made some great saves yesterday. I mean, the goals, not a lot she could have done about them. They were quality finishes by Wittenberg, but she 2, maybe 3, if I can recall correctly, you know, tips over the bar that were very, very important. And she's just very calm, cool, and collected. Alyssa, she's just very laid back, but she's very focused, and that helps the defenders in front of her to know that she's very confident and doesn't get rattled. And for a backup right now, at this point, that's very, very, very important.
And one other note on the game, Katie Blake found the score sheet again. Can you talk to her potential?
Well, we've been telling Katie for 4 years that she needs to shoot more often because she has a cannon, and when she does take those opportunities, it's exciting. She's had some on. She narrowly missed one earlier in the first half on a free kick from the corner there that just went by the post. So wherever it comes from, you know, Katie has the potential. She's gotten her head on a few on corners, and she can definitely hit some from the outside. So yes, very happy for her, and it helps just to have more people on the score sheet.
So now to everyone's favorite part of the show, the off-topic topic. If you could spend one day with any historical figure, past, present, dead, alive, or fictional, Who would it be and why?
All fictional. Yeah, I'm going to go really far back because I read his biography, Abraham Lincoln. Honest Abe.
Classic American.
Yes, classic American. You know, I find I'm not going to compare our struggles to what he went through, but the perseverance and just the stick-to-itiveness, I don't even know if that's a word, but the things that he battled, and as I've read a couple of books on what he had to deal with and just, how he kept his composure and his calm in all kinds of difficult situations, I can find some similarities into things that we've been dealing with this season, and just being able to come back and know that if you do the right things, things will work out. And he would have been a pretty interesting person to meet. I just think that he obviously is important and people talk about him still, but just something special about that guy and where he came from and what he did. So that would be my person.
What do you think you guys would do in that day?
If I had to wear all the dresses and layers that they wore back in the day, I don't know. I would have been a very unhappy woman, but I don't know. I mean, times were different then, but there were some strong women back then too. That's
very true.
That did a lot of things and probably helped him along the way as well. So I don't know. I guess we'll never know, but he would have been pretty amazing to spend some time with.
I think most people would agree on that one. So transitioning back into soccer now, coming up, you guys are at Hiram. What are you expecting to see from them, and how do you counter that?
They're going to be tough. They've had a great season, and not just in the win-loss column, but in conference. They've had a couple of really strong games against Worcester and Denison. Their game was a lot closer than that score showed. And so, we expect, to be honest, a game very similar to what we saw yesterday. And they're going to be physical but athletic. They're going to try to outwork the other team. That's something that they always try to do. And be very confident. They're going to be very excited about this game because they're making a push still. And so when both teams are making a push to put themselves in the hunt for the conference tournament, you never know what's going to happen. But we're kind of used to being in tight games. So the turf always makes it a little different. We have an early game on Saturday. That's okay. Honestly, again, we just kind of, whatever comes next, we just find a way to try to handle it. So it'll be a great match, though.
And finally, you're ending with a 2-game homestand. Can you speak to the importance of being at home for those last 2 games?
It helps. It helps a lot. It's always good to be comfortable with your surroundings and know the field, and be able to have that opportunity to not have to travel. That's always a nice thing. It just takes some of the stress out of it, and we know that one of those games is going to be our senior day, and that's a week from Saturday, when we love for anyone to come out for that because we want to celebrate what they've done in our program for the last 4 years. But having those home games is extremely important, and so we just hope we can build off of what we did yesterday. And we actually set a goal for ourselves going into yesterday's game that we have to be better at home. We haven't done as well at home as we would have liked this year, even though we've had a lot of close games. So that's our big kind of rallying cry there, is we need to finish really strong at home, and we can do it, and it's going to be no doubt a battle, but we're very excited to not have to be on the road for the last 3.
All right. Well, for all the fans who would like to travel this Saturday, October 26th at Hiram College at 11 a.m., come out and support the ladies. Coach, thank you for joining us and allowing us into your office. For the Kenyon Sports Connection, I'm Matthew Ruskin. Go Lords and go Ladies.